Hello, everyone. Hi. Hi, everybody. It's been a while. I'm just trying to get this thing set up. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. I see I see 8 people connected already on YouTube. Hi, everyone. And I'm also getting to, start trying out TikTok. So I'm there. I'm connected on TikTok as well. So, uh, no, no. Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. If you can hear me, say yes, you can hear me. Please just type on the comment section you can hear me. Thank you so much for joining. As you join, you already know the deal. Please go ahead and share. Go ahead and share, like so that we can have as many people as possible to benefit from this session. Hi, TikTok. Hi. Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining. You all may already know today is a very important session. On YouTube, I see now 6 people here. I'm hoping more people will connect so that we will make sure that it's a good investment of our time. Thank you all for joining. Again, please, as you join, go ahead and hit that like button and share. My name is Karen Fomafung, for those who may not know me, and I am an Agile Coach. And what I do is I help organizations, I help teams, I help individuals to succeed with Agile. That's what I do in a nutshell. For individuals, if you're still currently starting and you're looking to do it right, Being Agile, I'm the co-founder of Being Agile Consulting. So through Being Agile Consulting, we help people to get the knowledge they need so that they are having that solid foundation to succeed in this career path. If you have already been trained and you are struggling between not sure how to go about landing a job, we also help people through our mentoring and coaching programs. If you are on the job and you are struggling to add value to your organization, we also help people through that. And if you are looking to become an Agile coach, that's what we do. We help people transition through their career progression to, become an Agile coach through our mentoring and Agile coaches mentoring program. So thank you all for joining. As you have joined, please go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. So right now I know this live was impromptu. It wasn't really announced. And it was just a quick decision that was conceived yesterday, very late in the night. But for those who are here, thank you. So we will go ahead and start. So the purpose for this session today is to help people. Because we have so many people calling all the time, seeking to understand, what a Scrum Master is, what an Agile Coach is, what is the difference, and what does a Scrum Master do? What is the job market? What is the financial compensation? And all of these things. So I'm hoping that by the end of today, we will get the clarification of all these questions. So this live has 5 focus areas. We will be clarifying the difference between a Scrum Master and an Agile Coach, so that based on that information, you will make a decision on which is best for you from a career perspective. We will also be clarifying I'm also going to be giving my opinion on which certifications are best for an Agile Coach or Scrum Master, for those that are looking to get certified, so that you are making the right decision, because you already know there is just too much information out there. And here We want to make sure that we are giving you the best advice possible so that you're making the right information and not waste your time, waste your resources, waste your energy. Roxanne, thank you. Kelsey, thank you for joining. And then the other thing that we will be talking about is the financial reward, the financial and other benefits of being an agile practitioner in a nutshell. And when I'm talking about agile practitioner, I'm referencing being a scrum master or being an agile coach. There are different sectors on the agile practitioner, but those are the two that I'm focused on today. And then last but not the least, bless you. Last but not the least, we will be talking about the job market, which is also something very, very important. So I'm going to be giving you my best information that will help you sail through this. Well, before we get started, I don't want to miss out on this fabulous opportunity to say that Happy Mother's Day to all the amazing mothers on Being Agile platform, on our YouTube, on our LinkedIn, on all our social media platforms. I just want to say a big Happy Mother's Day, especially to those mothers that has refused to quit. You all are so special to me. I mean, a big part of what I do is really serving women. Women, especially women who looks like me. Just being able to impact them to see the possibilities of becoming something, of pursuing whatever they are passionate about. Just looking at me, knowing that if Karen can do this, I can do it too. That is really a big part of what being agile represents. So today is a very special day, and I want to seize this opportunity to say Happy Mother's Day to all the fabulous women out there, to all the fabulous mothers out there, and especially those that have refused to quit. Those that are determined to make themselves better so that they may show up where they are needed better. You know that you can never give what you don't have. Those that have decided to invest in themselves so that they can better show up in the areas that they are needed. I just want to say Happy Mother's Day and I love you all. All right, without further ado, let's get started. So, first of all, which one is right for you? Being an agile coach or being a scrum master? I'm just going to differentiate a little bit, starting with a scrum master. I see a role of a scrum master. If you want to compare, I mean, naturally, a role of a scrum master is not an entry level role. It is not. But if you want to compare being an agile coach according to how it was designed and being a scrum master, I would consider scrum mastering as an entry level role before you get into agile coaching. That is if I have to make that comparison. So see scrum master as an entry level role that prepares you to become an agile coach. That's really how I can differentiate it. But again, I've made it clear that if I am putting them standalone, a scrum master role is not an entry level role. It is usually an associate or a senior level role. That's what a scrum master is. Now, another clarification that I want to make is that what I just said is really from an industry standard. However, organizations are structured differently. They may hire you in an organization as a scrum master, and then on getting to that organization, realize that the things you're doing your accountabilities would be the accountabilities of an agile coach in another organization. I'll give you a simple example. I had served in one organization in the past as a scrum master. And then when I decided to move to another organization, I realized that the things that I was doing as a scrum master in the previous organization was way more than the things that I'm doing as an agile coach in the new organization. So I just wanted to throw that out there for you to understand that even though I have said what I said earlier, But in real life, it's really not always the case. And there is a reason for that. The reason is because you all may already know that Agile is still very new. Every time we keep saying it's still new, and because it's that new, especially to most organizations, they are still getting to know what Agile is. They are still looking to leverage this Agile way of working to better serve their customers. So they don't really have clarity about the roles, about these different accountabilities in an Agile environment. So they are still just mixing everything up, which is why sometimes they get the role of a Scrum Master mixed up with the role of an Agile coach and things like that. They really don't have clarity yet. That is why you see these things mixed up. And I would say that in the next 5 to 10 years, things will be better when it comes to the role clarity. But from an industry standpoint, I can confidently say that see the role of a Scrum Master as an entry level role, preparing you towards becoming an Agile coach. Now, let's first start with some insights about what a typical Scrum Master does on daily basis. On daily basis, a typical Scrum Master will be focused on teaching Scrum. And when I'm talking about teaching Scrum, it doesn't mean that every day you have a class teaching Scrum. That's really not what I mean. I mean that you will ensure that the team that you're working with, they understand Scrum through their different practices, through their behavior, through the way they treat each other, through the Scrum values. That's what you're doing. You're ensuring that Scrum is being established in that team and established correctly. That's what you're doing. And then you do that through different activities like facilitating their events like the daily Scrum, sprints planning, sprints review, and sprints retrospective. Thank you for those that just joined. If you just joined, please make sure you share this in your community so that other people can join as well. So that is what a Scrum Master does on daily basis. And then outside of you facilitating the events, you will also be partnering with product owners, other team members one-on-ones to really understand their different needs so that in an effort to ensuring that the Scrum is being established correctly, so that they are leveraging the Scrum to deliver better value to their customers. That is it. So you'll be partnering with different team members one-on-one on daily basis, identifying their gaps, working with them so that their gaps are being closed. And the areas that you'll be looking into would be if you realize that your team members are not reflecting the Scrum values. And it may come in many different forms. It may come in a form of maybe they will say they will do something and then they don't do it. That is commitment when it comes to the Scrum values. We have 5 of them. And then you realize that during your meetings, team members have issues, but they are just not talking about it. They are not speaking up. They're not speaking up. And then, but when you connect with them one-on-one, they want to tell you their issue instead of speaking about it to the entire team. Okay, that means that person has a problem around openness, which is one of the Scrum values. And doing all of that, it impacts the work that you all are supposed to do, and it will affect the result that you're delivering to the customers. So that's one area. Another typical example would be you realize that when someone is trying to speak up, a particular team member or another team member just shuts the person up all the time, canceling the person's opinion all the time, feeling like their own opinion is on top, is the best. That is respect. You realize that that person is struggling with respect, so you would need to go partner with that person and, see how you can help bring this person up to speed to understand the importance of respect in the team. So yes, so that's a typical example of how your typical day-to-day would look like as a Scrum Master. And usually Scrum Masters are focused at team level. In my own experience, I'm not saying it's an industry standard, in my own experience. Now, from an Agile coaching perspective, as an Agile coach, hardly ever will you be dedicated to teams. You will need to work with teams on daily basis, one-on-one, where you would have to attend all of their meetings and you will be stuck with them, or you will be stuck with them forever. It doesn't really happen like that. As an Agile coach, you oversee really the entire organization. It may be different departments in your organization. Maybe you're working in a very big organization, and then maybe you're hired to support a particular department. So they would expect you to support that entire department or that entire tree under that department. That's what you'll be doing. For example, there'll be times when you will need to help leadership understand agility. So you are accountable for the entire transformation of the organization from the old way of working to the new way of working. So you do that through different activities like partnering with leadership, partnering with middle management. So when I'm talking about leadership, I'm referring to upper management and middle management. So you will partner with them to help them understand or expose the gaps that the organization currently have, and work with them to identify opportunities to improve, or different ways, or identify different ways that they can different things that they can apply in order to improve, so that they are delivering better value to their customers. That is the goal. Agility, in a nutshell, has been put in place to help organizations deliver better value to customers. That's it. Faster, high quality, frequent delivery of value to customers. That is the whole essence of agility. And then again, as an Agile coach, you oversee the Scrum Masters. So instead of working with team members, developers one-on-one every day, rather you may tend to work with Scrum Masters, product owners one-on-one every day. That's what you'll be doing. And then based on my experience, you may tend to oversee or facilitate high-level meetings like quarterly product planning. There'll be times when you need to facilitate PI planning, even though I know that's really the accountability of a release train engineer, but there'll be times when you need to do that. And then other leadership meetings that is gearing towards agility, you would be the facilitator of meetings like that. So, and then you would also work with Scrum Masters one-on-one every day to coach, mentor, train them on certain things to help them improve. I mean, at the end of the day, you are looking to duplicate more of you. You're looking to duplicate more of Agile coaches in the organization, to a point where when you finally leave, they should be able to sail on their own without any struggle. So you're empowering them to become self-managing and self-organizing. So that is really the difference between an Agile coach and a Scrum Master in a nutshell. I think I would say that I assume I have done my best to explain this to the best of my ability. And then now, by the way, for those who just joined, thank you for joining. As you join, please go ahead and click that like button, share this so that other people can join and benefit from this free career orientation session. Now, who can, so based on everything I've explained, now you can assess yourself and see where you are, and you'll be able to tell which is best for you. If you're brand new into this field, I would suggest you start with being a Scrum Master, and then you can become an Agile coach. But I want to also say that I know so many people that have never been Scrum Masters in their life, but they are Agile coaches. Really. They've never been Scrum Masters, but they are Agile coaches. One other thing that I would like to say is that this role of an Agile coach or a Scrum Master really, well, another piece that I also want to highlight is, as an Agile coach, you're expected to know way beyond just Scrum. Scrum is just a piece under the Agile umbrella. There are many different frameworks under the Agile umbrella. So as an Agile coach, you're expected to know beyond just Scrum. You're expected to know be familiar with other frameworks like Kanban, like extreme programming, like Lean, like the Scrum itself. You're expected to be familiar with all these other things, because as you're coaching the teams in that organization based on the problem they are trying to solve, not every team would be doing Scrum based on the nature of their work. There'll be teams that would need to do Kanban. There'll be teams that will need to practice all these other frameworks. So as an Agile coach, it's your responsibility to assess these teams and then guide them towards which framework will help them best solve their need. So that is really the difference. But as a Scrum Master, it's okay if you only know Scrum. But one thing I need you to understand is that you cannot be good as a Scrum Master if you're not Agile. We talk about these different words, but Agile is really a mindset. Agile is really a mindset. You cannot succeed as a Scrum Master if you're not Agile, you see. But you can be Agile without practicing Scrum. You see, you can be agile without practicing Scrum, or you can be good at agility without necessarily practicing Scrum. I hope that makes sense. All right. Another thing that I would like to mention is that now that you clearly understand the difference between an agile coach and a Scrum Master, assess yourself and see where you are in your career ladder, and see what you should hop on. If you're already a working Scrum Master and then you're looking to progress in your career ladder, there are different paths, but agile coaching is one of them. So if that's what you're looking to do, yes, I would strongly suggest confidently step up, and you can look forward to becoming an agile coach as a career progression. And how do you do that? Which brings us to our next topic. How do you do that? You can do that by taking different sets. You start, usually I recommend you starting with if you have the opportunity to take certifications, that's great. But really, if you already have experience in the agile field, then you really don't need a certification to become an agile coach. I became an agile coach without having a certification, and then later in my career, in the life of my career, when I had opportunity to take more certifications, I would take more certifications and learn more and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to say is that you don't need an agile coaching certification to become an agile coach. You all may already know that what certification does is certification adds credibility to your profile or to your career portfolio, but hardly ever does it really add knowledge or give you the experience you need. I'll give you a typical example. When I went for the Agile Coaching Certification Program, my first Agile Coaching Certification Program, it was 4 days training. The materials that we were expected to consume within the 4 days, I ended up I was so overwhelmed, really. The trainer, and again, that's how the program is designed, because it's just too much information. The trainer was just so focused on pushing through the agenda instead of making sure that we really understand. But yet, the person has a constraint of time, So I got out of the program with just with a certification. I actually earned a certificate. Well, I wouldn't say earned. I actually got a certification. But if you had asked me what agile coaching was about, I wouldn't say nothing. I only had an understanding based on my experience of being a Scrum Master. That was the only information I could share around agile coaching, but it wasn't from the certification program that I took, really. And that's the experience of most people. So yeah, you don't need a certification to become an agile coach, but again, that certification will add credibility to your profile. What I would suggest you do is get into mentoring and coaching. You see, so you can get into mentoring and coaching, enroll in a credible mentoring and coaching program. I'm very sure it will help you achieve that goal. We actually just launched an Agile Coaches mentoring program, which is to help people in this category that I just explained. So if you are a Scrum Master, an experienced Scrum Master, maybe you are an experienced release train engineer, you are an experienced PO, or you are an experienced Agile Coach, and you're looking to enhance and really unleash your full potential as an Agile Coach, the level 2 program is fantastic for you. It's a fantastic program, and we are so excited that we are doing this, and it is already helping so many people. So yeah, if you would like to learn more, all you have to do is visit our website or send us an email. The message, the link to our website is pinned on the message there, or call us and we'll be very happy to provide more information. Yeah, so that's one thing I wanted to say. Now, what are the skill set that you need to possess to succeed as an agile coach? Let's start from there. There is something we call the competencies of an agile coach. Let's say if an organization, especially organizations that are very versed with the agile way of working, if they are looking to hire an agile coach, they are looking for these 8 things in this person. I'm just going to list them. You have to be a lean, agile person, a lean, agile practitioner. And lean, agile means that you speak and you live agility. Just interacting with someone in an interview, I could tell if that person is a lean, agile practitioner. It means you are not only a preacher of agile, but you are a doer of agile. You understand? You live it in your day-to-day life, in the way you think, the way you approach things, the way you treat people, the way you do work. Yes, that's one. You have to be lean agile. That's the first competency. The second competency, you have to have a mastery, a tech mastery. Tech mastery doesn't mean you have to be very technical. No, I'm not a very technical person, really. But you need to know enough from a technical standpoint that will help you better support the teams that the organization that you will need to support. You see, you don't necessarily need to understand how to code and all of that or do programming, but you need to have enough tech knowledge to be able to help you succeed. And again, being agile can help you really understand how to go about these things from a practical perspective. And then you need to also have business mastery. Business mastery would mean that you need to have a clear understanding of the goal, the vision of that organization, the different things, the service that they provide. You need to be able to connect with it from a personal level. And then you also need to have transformational mastery. Transformational mastery means that you need to be good as a catalyst for change. You need to have good techniques to be able to drive change in an organization successfully. And then now, these four last ones that I want to mention is non-negotiable. These other ones that I just mentioned, they are things that you can be good at or not good at, but these four that I'm about to mention, non-negotiable. You need to be a good teacher. You need to be a good coach. You need to be a good mentor. And then you need to also be a good facilitator. These four things that I just mentioned inside these 8 competencies are what we call the 4 strands of professional coaching. You need to have all the skills. Yeah, so again, through our program, we can definitely help you accomplish that. All right, so that's it. So, but for a Scrum Master, anybody can become a Scrum Master, really. Anybody can become a Scrum Master, regardless of your professional or academic background. The only thing that you need to succeed in this journey of becoming a Scrum Master is you need to be ready to be coached. You need to be open to coaching. You need to be ready to unlearn and relearn. That's it. You need to be ready to put your pride at the door. You need to be ready to put your title at the door before getting into the room. I would tell you, in my experience helping people through this program, there'll be times when, just talking with someone the first, the second time, I could tell if this person will succeed in this part or not. We always say that anybody can become this, but there are some people that until you fix some certain behavior that you have or character that you have, Scrum is not for you. Agile is not for you. Really. Agile has no business with pride. Agile has no business with faking. Agile, you succeed as an Agile practitioner, whether an Agile coach or a Scrum Master, if you are authentic. That is why when I come here, I don't try to fake some accent. I speak with my natural, raw African accent. Very proud of it. I don't try to fake who I am not. I show my natural self. If I have to scratch my head, I scratch my head. And everybody sees it. I don't come here looking to teach to impress or looking to put content out there to impress people. I come here putting content out there seeking to learn. That is agility for you. Agility has no business with arrogance. Agility has no business with someone who thinks they know it all. If you have agility have no business with titles, big titles, recognizing or honoring people based on title. We respect everybody regardless of who you are. Agility has no business with discrimination. We embrace diversity, equity, and inclusion. That is agility for you. So the reason I'm putting this information out there is so that you can use it to assess yourself. If you are not ready to drop it all of those things I mentioned, if you're not ready to drop it all, if you're not ready to come and be humble, be meek, to unlearn and relearn, if you're not ready to use your background, you already have some masters, which is great though, you suffer to achieve that. But if you want to succeed in this new thing that maybe you've never ventured in before, I would suggest that you pack all those ones aside. You already had some PhD in something, and then now you join the program. That's all you can think of. That's all you want to only reference, which has no business with this new path that you've chosen. You see. So my suggestion would be, based on what I've said, assess yourself and see if you're ready to drop those things and then come like a baby and be ready to unlearn and relearn. Then yes, you will definitely thrive as an Agile practitioner, being a Scrum Master or an Agile coach. All right, so that's it. Now the other topic on our list is, now, what are the recommended certifications? Let's start with a Scrum Master. If you're a starter as a Scrum Master, there are different certifications you can take. I mean, we have different certification bodies out there. The common ones, the common accredited certification bodies are, you have Scrum Alliance, you have Scrum.org, you have Scrum Inc. Well, those are the three that I typically recommend when people are looking to get certified. However, again, I'm not selling no particular organization here at all, and I'm not talking down on no, but based on my experience, I have all these different certifications, by the way. Based on my experience and the benefits and the value I've seen in all of them, I usually advocate for a PSM certification, which is Professional Scrum Master through scrum.org. That should be a good starting point for you. You also have SAFE, though. You also have SAFE. Now, the challenge with SAFE is that SAFE is great, but the challenge is that I would say most of their practices, it defeats the whole essence of agility. Really, most of their practices, most of the SAFE practices defeats agility. People that started their whole Scrum journey from the SAFE direction, the scale, and when I'm talking about SAFE, I mean Scaled Agile Framework direction. People who started from the SAFE Scaled Agile Framework direction, when you're talking to them, you may easily tell, because their mindset usually is not there yet. They tend to focus more on the practices and then forget agility, forget business agility. That's really it. And then at the end of the day, again, it defeats the whole essence. I'll tell you that the practices doing it is only 20% of the effort in driving an organization becoming agile. 80% lies in the mindset part, the mindset piece, the behavior, the servant leadership. You need to be a servant leader. You need to be a role model. You know, you need to, like I said, you need to be able to not only talk about agile, but reflect agile in your lifestyle. Your mindset has to be ready to, embrace other people's opinion. Even as an agile coach, even as a Scrum Master, even as the CEO, your mindset has to be ready to be open and see other possibilities, and you need to also be emotionally intelligent. You need to be able to understand different emotions, understand your own emotions, and know how to manage these different emotions, so that people are being able to, stay focused on whatever they are doing instead of getting discouraged and dropping out. You need to be an active listener. Active listener will not be that kind of listening where before your husband or your wife even open their mouth to say anything, you already have a response for them. That used to be me, for real. That used to be me, but thankfully, with my whole new agile life, I have worked on that and I have improved, and I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. Active listening would mean you listening with your heart, listening to understand, putting yourself in the person's shoe, really listening to, and not worry about the response to give that person at all. You're listening with your whole being. You need to be that kind of a person. You need to be able to leverage powerful questioning, not directing people towards the answer that you already have in mind, but really letting people be free to explore their own mind, explore their own full potential, so that at the end of the day, they are identifying what works best for them, not your own agenda. You're working with their own agenda. You need to be self-aware. You need to be able to self-manage, So those are all the skill sets and competency that you need to have as an Agile practitioner. Thank you for joining. Today we are giving a free career orientation session on Agile and Scrum, and just the Agile way of working. An Agile practitioner, an Agile coach is a free career orientation session today. So as you have joined, please share this so that others can learn as well. Okay, it gets very lonely at the top. I can assure you that it gets very lonely at the top. Yeah, so that's what I would say. And also, you can support us. There are different ways to support us. I don't know why people hardly really support me here. You can support us by giving us a super thanks. You can support us in so many different ways. People on TikTok, you can support us, show us the support. I mean, it's not easy to show up here all the time and just to think about what to wear that will look nice on camera. It's not easy to think about what makeup to put that you will look not very shabby on camera. It's not easy. I mean, I'm just being honest. So yeah, that support is very encouraging. There are other ways to support. You can like the video, you can share, you can, just talk to people about us, about what we represent as being Agile Consulting. Thank you very much. Now, back to the point. So yeah, those are the skill sets that you need to master, that you need to be good at. Well, the personality trait that you need to have to succeed as an Agile practitioner, whether it's Scrum Master or an Agile coach. Not all the other ones that I just mentioned. So yes, that's it. Now, I was talking about the certifications. So as a Scrum Master, I mentioned that yes, you can start with PSM. And the reason why I usually suggest PSM is because PSM, it really challenges you. The way the questions are set up, it helps you to think and really validate your understanding of the concept. Really, I think based on my experience taking all these different certifications, I think PSM helps you validate your understanding of the concepts because of the way the questions are structured. They are a little bit tricky. That's why most people tend to say that PSM is very difficult and then they run away from it and they go take CSM because they think CSM is easier. But to me, I prefer PSM because it helps you validate your understanding of the concept, because the questions are set up in a way that will provoke your thought, you see. And secondly, PSM never expires. Once you have your PSM, you have it's for life. You would never have to keep renewing it, unlike the other certifications, the other providers. When you get certified through them, you would need to renew that certification every 2 years. And I think you need to pay, if it's not $150, I think I forgot, it should be $120, something like that. The last time I checked. Yeah. So that is the difference between these certification bodies, which is why I prefer PSM. So if you're just getting started, Being Agile hosts a fantastic customized training every month. And our next training comes up on the 1st of June. Enrollment is already ongoing. So please do not wait. Do not hesitate. Don't procrastinate. Stop procrastinating. Procrastination can cost you your entire life. Really. A minute of procrastination can cost you your entire career. So do not procrastinate. Take action right away. If you need to start saving, maybe you don't have any money yet. If you need to start saving, do so. If you need to start preparing, a good place to start preparing would be reading the Scrum Guide. If you need to start preparing, do so. Whatever you need to do, but enroll. Go ahead and enroll and jumpstart that career right away. Look, we are already getting to half of the year 2023. And I'm very sure that we have people that have been thinking, oh, I would look into this right from December last year. They already started procrastinating that they will look into this career path, and then up to now they still haven't done anything. If you're looking to become a working Agile practitioner in the next 3 months, really, in the next 3 months, June, July, August, by August, if you're looking to already start working as a Scrum Master by August, then you have to enroll now. You have to enroll now. So to do that, just visit our website. You will learn more. You can call us, send us an email. All of that information is listed on the website, and we'll be very happy to assist you. Our program is highly customized. It's not the standard Scrum curriculum. We have customized exactly what you need to be successful. That's what the program is about, and that's why most people love our program. Yeah, so that would be a good place to start for a Scrum Master. But if you're looking to progress in the career ladder, pivoting into agile coaching, a good place to start for certification. We have different certification providers though for agile coaching. Again, Scrum Alliance is also a good provider. We have IC Agile, and then Scaled Agile Framework also has a certification for agile coaches. Now, this Scrum Alliance, I love Scrum Alliance certification because it helps you to really, the mindset that you need to have as like the competencies that I'm talking about, it helps you understand them, and it roots you into agility. It doesn't focus a lot on some practices, some frameworks and all of that. No, it really reflects what agility is all about. That's why I love Scrum Alliance certification. And I think there are two levels. They have the team, the team certificate, I think it's a agile team coach, something like that. And then they also have the enterprise coach. So yeah, they have two levels. They have the team coach certification, they have the enterprise coaching certification. You see. So yeah, and then IC Agile also has so many different certifications for coaches, but a good place to start if you're looking to get into this coaching field would be ICCAPP. That's a good place to start as an agile coach. You can go take the ICCAPP coaching certification through IC Agile. And then with SAFE, they provide what we call the SCP, which is like an enterprise agile coaching certification. I have taken all these certifications. I have. Now, the thing with the SCP one is, I think that it was too much information. And then it was so focused on, like I said, systems. Well, understanding systems is great. Systems, the frameworks, what is that? Value stream too is the good piece that I learned from it. I was really happy I did that because of that value stream identification piece of it. And then they also really focus on, which one is this? Release building trains. Yes, building trains. So yeah, but if you're looking to understand, remember I said that 80% of your job is the agility, the being agile as an agile coach. That's 80% of your job through the 8 competencies that I just listed here, and through the personality traits like 7 leadership, a role model, a self-awareness, self-management, active listening, powerful questioning. This scaled agile, in my experience, it didn't give me that. It didn't. When I took that certification, it didn't give me that at all. Yeah, so if you're struggling with the soft skills, the scaled agile may not be for you. But if you already are rooted in the soft skills and you're looking to understand how to structure large organizations and drive change in large organizations, then yes, you can go for the scaled agile certification. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, so but you do not need a certification to become an agile coach if you are already experienced. You don't. If you're an experienced Scrum Master, if you're an experienced release train engineer, you don't. That is why our coaching, our Agile Coaches mentoring program that we just developed is amazing. It's really amazing because it's not some 4 days training like the certification providers do. It's not some 4 days training where they would feed you with so much information that will end up helping you be overwhelmed. And from an academia standpoint, our mentoring program helps you gain the experience you need. It's a step-by-step guide. I'm using my experience, leveraging the experience of other fantastic coaches that I'm partnering with, and bringing all of that experience into the program. We have a clear guide that we've established, and it helps an aspiring coach or someone who's already working as a coach understand step by step. We have what we call a playbook, that you can use as a guide, not as a standard, as a guide, and you understand what a coach should do right from day one of joining a new organization as an agile coach. You also understand what a coach should do right from day one of joining a new team as an agile coach. You see, so we provide that guide step by step until you're able to measure the result from the beginning and comparing it to the end result. That is what our coaching, our agile coaches mentoring program gives our students. It helps you work on a case study, a real project that helps you give you the experience you need. It helps you understand these different soft skills and know how to apply them. You see, so if you're looking to become an agile coach, especially now, I'm speaking to mostly the Scrum Masters, especially the Scrum Masters that have helped through this journey. If you're looking to become an agile coach, or if you've only been thinking about if it's even possible, if you're even eligible, or if you're even capable, you're way more than capable. Look, I say this all the time. For those who know me, Karen, who knows me by my name in my neighborhood, Luma. That's my name from my neighborhood. For those who knows me by my name, Luma, comparing Luma to who is sitting right in front of you right now, I can tell you that they would say that if I can do it, anybody can do this. Really, anybody can do this. The only thing is that you just have to be ready to become a baby again. You have to be ready to become a baby again so that you can better learn. Put pride aside. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Put pride aside. Be ready to unlearn and relearn. Anybody can become an agile coach. All our Scrum Masters, don't be stuck. Don't be stuck on being a Scrum Master forever. I know how it can become so boring being a Scrum Master. Being in a particular environment for a very long time, it can become so boring, and maybe you're not progressing. And again, look, the Scrum Master role, there's really no clear path on career progression yet. There's really no clear path. So the big challenge that most Scrum Masters have is you'll be the Scrum Master forever, no promotion, no nothing. You'll be stuck there. And you start feeling like you start doubting yourself, doubting your capabilities, doubting your skills, doubting, you can pivot into agile coaching, and we can definitely help you achieve that. We have fantastic I think for now this cohort is a 3 months cohort, but moving forward we're going to streamline it based on the experience we've had so far into a 2 months cohort, and the value you get from that program is like 50 times the value you get from any certification program. Now the beauty of it is what we even charge. Moving forward, we're going to increase our price though, but I'm just saying this for now. What we charge for now is even cheaper than what I paid for a certification, for a 4-day certification. And the program right now is a 3 months program. For a 4-day certification, coaching certification, the money I paid to take the certification is way expensive than the coaching, than our mentoring program. So it's just like we consider it as a giveaway, really. We consider it as a giveaway. Yeah, so, but moving forward, if you did not leverage the current cover that is going on, we're going to adjust our price to match the value. I just want to say that so that you're not coming with the mentality of, okay, because it's caring, because it's being agile, it should supposed to be cheap. No, we're not doing cheap anymore. I just want to be honest. All right. So now the next thing I would like us to quickly address is, by the way, if you have questions, leverage the comment section there. Drop your questions. I will get to questions like in very short while from now. Let's talk about financial compensation. This is very interesting. Let's talk about financial compensation. So now, how much does Scrum Masters make per year? And how much does Agile Coaches make per year? Well, I usually tell my mentees that as a Scrum Master, from a US standard, if anyone is paying you below $100,000 per year, then they're cheating you. They're cheating you. They're perceiving your value to be very low. No. As a Scrum Master, you should not take anything less than $100,000 per year. That's the way it is. If you're working, if you're a wager, that is no, you're not a salary earner. If you're doing wages, then Yeah, think about just divide 100,000 per year and see how much you should be able to make per hour. That is my suggestion. So averagely, a scrum master should earn between 100,000 to a hundred and 145 to 50,000 per year. Really, that is it. Anything outside of that, they are cheating you. I just want to make sure you understand this. And then as an agile coach, is that, I mean, that's a lot of money though. That's really a lot of money. And come to think of it, the investment you make, let's say if you invest in our certification program and our mentoring and coaching program, that's a 3 months in average time you will spend. And the money, the financial investment you will make when you land your job and start working, which you would definitely do if you follow what we are asking you to do. When you land your job and start working, just your a 1 week work will make that money. 1 week work, you will be able to, no, just your one paycheck, it's going to be like 2 times the investment you made to become the scrum master. Just your one paycheck is 2 weeks worth of work. You will be able to make double the investment you made. So when people reach out and they're like, oh, I thought it was supposed to be this 300, I saw that, I'm like, we don't sell peanuts here. We are not selling peanuts. We are doing serious business. We are doing real business here, you know. So right there, I can tell that this person, even if this person finally gets into the program, it will be one of those people that will give you headache. You know, it will be one of those people that will need you to babysit them, or to or to just, unalive yourself, just because they have paid some money. They'll just want to unalive you. I don't want to use the word on this thing. They just want to unalive you just because they've paid you. You see, so it's not a child's play. This is real business. And I think that the value that the programs offer is like 50 times the payments that anyone is making, especially speaking for being agile. Yeah, so that's it for Scrum Masters. For Agile coaches, again, Agile coach is also depending on the organization. Like I said, there are so many organizations that are still confused. They're not very clear on this role. So as an Agile coach too, your pay should averagely, it should range between 135 to 250,000. Averagely as an Agile coach. It should range from 135 based on your years of experience, based on your background and all of that. It should range between 100 and, if they, as an agile coach, if they are giving you anything as a starter below 135,000 per year, then they are cheating you. They are. So that's it. And outside of the financial benefits, I can tell you that there are a whole lot of different things you can do as an agile coach. You can become as an agile coach. Just the fulfillment you get from doing the job is everything. Just being able to impact people, to uncover their full potential and shine is everything. The fulfillment that comes with that. I wish people can live my life, my reality for a day from a professional perspective. Really, it's the most enjoyable thing I've ever done as a job, because you can clearly see, you start working with a person, where the person started from, and then after a period of time, 3 months, what the person has become. The fulfillment is everything. So that alone, to me, I think is worth it. And if you want to succeed as an agile practitioner, there is no way you will not embrace continuous learning. And that's another beauty of becoming an agile coach, is that you embracing continuous learning. Before you even go out there to represent people, you will have to learn. And then in the process of learning, you're developing your own self. You see, you're developing your own self. You're also exploring your own full potential, and you're making your own self better. Remember, I said you cannot give what you don't have. You're making your own self better so that you can make other people better. You see? So that alone, I think it's everything. Okay, I'm going to take those questions very soon, but thank you all for joining. This was a very impromptu session, and I'm so happy that I got this number of people. But again, please share so that people can watch the replay. Now, the last but not the least thing I want to talk about is the job market. Another thing that most people are scared of to even make an investment or invest or take the training or get the mentoring and coaching. Oh, by the way, before I say this, I want to say that look, if you're only focusing on go taking some certification and thinking that after that you should be able to go land a job, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. That's why so many people get frustrated and then they quit because they will take this education. Nobody's giving them clarification that this doesn't, it's not good enough for you to get a job. And then they go out there with all the confidence and enthusiasm, and then they 6 months they still not able to get even an interview, or they get an interview, they're not able to pull through the interview, they get frustrated and then they quit because you got it all wrong right from the very beginning. If you want to succeed as an agile practitioner, you will need a mentor. You will need to go through a mentoring program. You need to work with someone that already have experience, that already lived this, so that the person can give you, transfer their experience to you, so that you can go succeed in an interview and do the job that you are being paid to do. That's a lot of money they are giving you. If they even take you in by chance and you're not doing the job, they will fire you. They will fire you. So I just want to make sure that I'm clear on that. All right, now let's talk about the job market. Let me tell you, the job market is flourishing. And it will continue to flourish at least for the next 25 years. I can tell you that. It will continue to flourish for the next 25 years. The reason why I say so is because currently, 90% of organizations out there are transitioning to Agile for different reasons. Globally, 90% are transitioning to Agile. Out of those 90% transitioning to Agile, 85%, based on statistics, 85% are looking to do it right. I have said this earlier, and only one role have been designed to help these organizations do it right. Break that role into two. An Agile coach, under an Agile coach, birthing a Scrum Master. That is the umbrella of the role that has been designed to help these organizations get it right, which is why your job will always be guaranteed. The job market will always flourish, you see. And then another thing that I want to mention why the job market will always flourish is that most organizations are transitioning from project to product-based organizations. If you have no understanding on what project to product-based organization is, that's a whole class for another day. You can enroll in our program and we'll help you understand this difference. And as a result of this transition that organizations are making, your jobs are secured, which means that as long as that product continues to exist, let's just pick, for example, Microsoft. As long as Microsoft product continues to exist, your job will continue to exist until the day they choose to retire that product. And hardly ever will it be the case. But as a project, if you are a project-based organization, once the project is over, then there is a low probability, or there's a high probability that your job too will be over. You see, so now that most organizations are transitioning from a project-based to a product-based because of the so many benefits that comes with that, that also benefits us as Agile practitioners because we are the ones who help them transition successfully and deliver the value that they are looking to deliver to your customers. As you join, please go ahead, like, share, support us, show us your support. We need it. I need it to be able to show up here all the time. Yeah, so that is it. That's why your job will always be there. Look, only on LinkedIn today, when I was prepping to do this live, I had to do some little quick research just to confirm my hypothesis. Just go on LinkedIn today. Only open jobs, Agile practitioning open jobs on LinkedIn. To the LinkedIn alone today was over 357,000 open jobs on LinkedIn alone today. And then we are not even talking about Indeed. I'm talking about US from a US standpoint. We're not talking about Indeed. We are not talking about Career Builder. We are not talking about all these other sites. So you see, the job will always be there. Now, I want to quickly touch on layoffs. You all may be aware that recently there have been a lot of layoffs, especially in the tech space. And that alone has shaken so many people that were thinking of pivoting into this Agile space. And again, most organizations that are transitioning into Agile, a big part of it is really the tech industry. It's the tech industry. So when this whole layoff thing started getting so rampant, people were scared. People were scared to pivot. People were scared to do this investment. People were scared to get on this career path. Thank you so much, Yolan. I appreciate you. All those that have sent whatever is going on TikTok. I'm not sure yet. I don't know how it works, but I just want to say thank you for watching, for all the likes. Thank you so much. I think it's a rose, whatever is going on there, but thank you for the gifts. I appreciate that. Yeah, so they were scared to start this career, and they're like, oh my god, what am I going to do now that what's going on the job, there's no security. But one thing that you all haven't realized is that right from the second quarter of this year, the whole thing died down. These things happen all the time. Go check back, go check way back. It happens all the time, for different reasons. Sometimes an organization may genuinely be cutting down, laying off people for a genuine reasons. And this whole thing is a business mind game. If you're not a business person, you will not understand. And then other organizations too, they want to trend. They'll just jump into the boat too and started laying off people, and then they'll be on the news, and then that's marketing for them. And then they have it's a whole, in a business world, they have a different way of looking at these things. It really has nothing to do with the role of a Scrum Master. It really has nothing to do with the importance of the role of an Agile Coach. It has nothing to do with you as a person. It has nothing to do with your proficiency or your capability or your competency as a Scrum Master or an Agile Coach. It has nothing to do with you. I just wanted to say that. And you also realize that from the end of the second quarter, things started picking up again. Things started picking up. There've been more jobs out there, which is why we have all the number of jobs listed there. If you had checked in January, there wasn't that many jobs listed over there in January on the site. So I just wanted to say that the career path is secure. You have no reason to fret, okay? So please don't procrastinate. Run right now and make that investment and start developing yourself. Yeah, so that is pretty much the information I have for you today. Let's quickly take on questions. Again, thank you for all those that have stayed watching for the past 1 hour. I appreciate you on our YouTube, on our other platforms. Thank you so much. Now let's see the comments we have here. Kelsey and Roxanne have been the one in favor. One other thing too that I want to say is that so many people have also been asking if, okay, we are based in US, they are in UK, they really want to join our program, they are not sure how to go about it. Look, we have a fantastic structure for our program, and that is why we are able to serve clients globally. Regardless of your location, you should not have any problem. We have a fantastic structure that gives you everything you need, and you should be able to access the information any day, anytime you want. Really, as long as your membership is eligible, you will be able to access our programs anytime. We serve clients, especially from UK. We have helped so many people based in UK become Agile practitioners, including my own sister, including my dear beloved sister. That's another person that she will be here very soon in the future. I'm going to host her. She's in UK. We also have helped so many people in Belgium become Agile practitioners. We've helped people in Germany become Agile practitioners. In Nigeria, we've helped people become Agile practitioners. In South Africa, in Canada, most especially too. We have a lot of mentees that are located in Canada. Yeah, but the big part of the people we help are really in the US. So yeah, if your location was your issue, do not worry about it. All right, let's take these questions very quickly. I have gotten certified as a Scrum Master. I just need to update my resume and how to land a job. Okay, Roxanne, I think I answered your question already when I explained on certification and then transitioning into getting the experience you need. The reason is because when you go for interviewers don't even hardly ever would they ask you a certification. They don't really. It's hardly ever part of the interview questions according to the organization. They are interviewing you to assess your experience, to assess your personality, to see if you are someone they will be okay dealing with on daily basis, to see if you're capable of doing the job that they are paying you over $140,000 for. You see, so if you don't have the experience, when you're speaking, they will know, they will tell, which is why you need a mentor. You see, and our level 2 program is designed to give you exactly that. So yes, that's what I can say on that. God bless you too. Thank you. And then Kelsey. Oh, Kelsey, I'm not sure what you're saying. Roxanne, in this space, you need a coach certification. Okay, yeah. Kelsey is saying the same thing. All right. Amen. Fellow Nigerian girl in Arizona. Yay. Awesome, Roxanne. All right. I have been in the field. Okay, let me pull this up. Let me pull the question up. I have been in the field, but I wasn't being paid for it. One of my friends, why would you do that to yourself? Why would you be in the field and they don't pay you? It all boils down to perceived value, really. It boils down to perceived value. If you're doing a job and they're not paying you for it, it's how they've perceived your value, and that is very, very bad. One of my friends finally discussed I am a Scrum Master, but they trained me on the job and gave it a different name. Okay. Anyway, now we've been talking here for an hour, so I would want to assume you know better now. You know better now. You should be rewarded for your skills, for your competency, for the investment you've made on your own self to develop yourself, to even have the skills and the value you're giving. You should be. Everybody deserves to be rewarded for that. If you're not being rewarded, it's because they've perceived your value to be low, and that is very bad. So really, that is why, let me tell you, most of the time, free things is very bad. It's a very bad idea. People who just want to give things for free, coach for free, train for free. We do that all the time. Like right now, it's a free session. But one thing I'll tell you is that it shouldn't be a norm. Because when you even give things out there for free, like, see this valuable information I've been giving you for free, it's something that people pay me $250 to $300 for my hour just to give the same information to them. Through our we do one hourly consulting program. People pay me $300 per hour for my 1 hour just for me to give them this information I'm giving you. But now, because I am here live saying all this for free to you, most people will end up not seeing the value. They would minimize the value. That's just what comes with that name free. It's just the way it is. So if you want people to perceive you for who you really are worth, free should not be attached to your identity. All right. Okay, so how do I break into the field when I have been doing the work without the title? And what do you recommend I should do? Roxanne, we can definitely help you. That I know for sure, though. I mean, if you're willing to, our level 2 program would definitely help you achieve that. And you will make even way more money than you ever anticipated. In the past, I had a mentee. She joined the program when she was about accepting an offer. I mean, level 2, though. We have different programs. She joined our level 2 program when she was about accepting an offer. And if she's live here, she would know what I'm talking about, because she told me the story 2 days after she joined our program. Only the value that she saw in the program, she already started seeing herself in a whole other perspective. They offered to pay her, I think it was $60,000. She was so happy. She was so happy, and she was so ready to take the offer. And then she met me on YouTube, where most people meet me. Like, most people who come to our program, that's really how they get to meet me for the very first time, before they get to learn more about me and being agile and all of that. And then when she listened to me, and then she started seeing things in another way, and then she decided to enroll in our level 2, like right away. She enrolled in our level 2, and just 2 days of being in our level 2 program, she wrote me on my personal message, and she said, "Karen, I was about accepting an offer." She even sent me the offer letter. I was about accepting an offer, and they were looking to pay $60,000. I was so happy, but after joining this program, it's only 2 days. I'm beginning to learn a lot of things that I had no idea that this was even agile. So And just hearing you talk, following our program guide, following step 1 and 2 on our program guide, just hearing you talk, I'm beginning to think that I am, they're paying me very cheap. I'm like, girl, it's really all up to you though, but I will tell you that you deserve more than that. That's what I told her. It's all up to you, but what I know for sure is that you deserve more than that. She's like, okay, Karen, I've heard you. And then she turned down the offer, right? She turned down the offer and then she focused on her program. Within a month and 2 weeks of being in level 2, she got 2 offers. The first one she got, they started her with 135,000. That is more than double what she was almost taking. And she only invested $1,500 and 1.5 months of her time. I wouldn't even say 1.5 months of her time, because it's not all the 24 hours in a day that you'll be working on Agile, really. It's really not. So yeah, so I just wanted to share that little story. And I hope it helps. Yeah, so okay, let's move on. As an Agile coach, are you focusing on the individuals or with the teams or departments? Very good question, Favor. As an Agile coach, I think I already answered that. You're focusing on all of what you mentioned, but it's not at the same time. Just like you prioritize the product backlog, it's the same way you prioritize the areas of improvement as an Agile coach. So you guys will sit together and then you set expectations, and then you start trashing those expectations one after the other, and then you measure the improvement. That's really the structure. So, but yes, there'll be times when you will need to go help a team for a little period of time, or a one-time off thing. There'll be times when you will need to coach a specific individual. It may be the upper management, it may be middle management, it may be a specific individual. As a scrum master, it may be a PO, it may be anybody. So yes, that's the approach. So which is why you cannot just claim experience as an Agile coach. It will not work. They will fire you the very next week. I mean, I'm just being honest. You cannot fake experience as an Agile coach. You need to have the experience. All right. How do you know what organization to join that will benefit you as an Agile coach? Are there organizations that we should avoid joining as an Agile coach? Do you mean joining to work for, or joining a mentoring program, Favor? If you please clarify, so that I make sure I'm answering the right question. Do you mean organizations to work for? Please clarify, and then we go from there. Should I do level 2 training? Yes, Roxanne, I think I answered that question. I appreciate you. Thank you for the live. You're welcome. And thank you for watching. Thank you for the live. I've been considered the Agile coaching program. Considering that. Okay, Favor. Yeah, I will be very happy to help you through that. Very informative session. Ronkimo, thank you so much. I appreciate you. TikTok people, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm still there, and Facebook too. I haven't forgotten about you. Just let this your JJC learn these things gradually, but I will improve. All right, Miss Che. If I'm not saying all your name correctly, but what are some other ways you can show metrics aside from using confluence and burn down and burn up chart and cumulative flow diagram? Well, what I can say to this question is, first of all, it really depends on the kind of metrics you're trying to show. And secondly, another big struggle that I notice in this Agile space is that, well, we have all these resources that have been put in place by those that have been ahead of us, right? And these resources have been put in place because they've been tried already, they've been experimented, they've been tested, and they realize that it works based on data. And then they have put this metrics, this information, these resources in place for us to use. And then when we get into this space, we are now digging and digging. We're looking for something more. That no, there should be more than this. There should be more than this. Meanwhile, we have these simple things in front of us, and yet we are not using them. You see, so I just want to say that, what is the point? Why do you need more? Why are you looking for other ones? What problem are you trying to solve? That should be your question. That should be the question we should be answering instead. What problem are you trying to solve? Have you tried leveraging the ones that are in place already and they did not solve your problem? Maybe if you come from a place of the problem you're trying to solve, I can better guide you on what the kind of metrics, the kind of resources that you will leverage to solve that specific problem. Or you can just be the new inventor. Really, we can be the new inventor of a new thing that will help us solve some specific problem that someone has not solved before. There's no point in reinventing the wheel. Yeah, okay. Um, could you give us an idea on how a day in the life of an agile coach looks like? That is a very, very beautiful question, Favor. I love that question, but the thing is, we are out of time right now. That is a topic, that is what we do in our agile coaches mentoring program. You would definitely have all of that understanding and even more, but in the future I can come up with a little quick video to give a summary of what a day in the life of an agile coach looks like. All right. Yes, it's the lack of experience in the role. I have been acting as an interim scrum master. Okay. All right. Which is the best job site to apply for jobs? Career Builder, ZipRecruiter. Well, I'm just gonna speak on my experience, Ronki. I love LinkedIn. Any professional that is not on LinkedIn, they don't know what they're missing. Really, I love LinkedIn. That's the first professional site. I also use Indeed a lot. I use Indeed, and then I love ZipRecruiter. People use Monster. I don't like Monster. The reason why I don't like Monster may sound weird to many people, but that's just me and my beliefs. I don't like Monster just because of the name Monster. That's the only reason why I don't use Monster. But yeah, there's also Monster. People use Monster a lot, but Karen doesn't. All right. I know better now. I appreciate your advice. You're welcome. Okay. How do you answer? What are your methods for various teams using Kanban, Lean, and Scrum? That's a whole question for another topic, Miss. So, but again, we can trash that in another video. We are if this thing is too long, we're already like a minute and 30. We're already like an hour and 30 minutes, which is expected because our information session is typically 2 hours on average. So it's expected. But if this thing is too long, people don't like to watch. People's attention span is very short these days. They will not want to watch it. Yeah. So I would answer this question in another video, please. I promise. Okay, joining to work for. Okay, so Femo, you're asking, how do you know an organization that you will be happy as an agile coach, as an employee, right? Well, Favor, the best way I can speak to this is because I have not worked in maybe all of these organizations, I may not know, but in my own experience, how to know that is I do my research, I do my homework. If you go to glassdoor.com, Glassdoor will give you, you can easily see reviews from employees about that company. You will hear what employees are saying about that company. So you can easily tell if that's a place you will be happy or you will excel as an agile coach, or it's going to be a very difficult environment for you as an agile coach. That's my best resource that I like to use. Another resource that I like to use is when I'm going through the interview, right? That almost usually during an interview, there is always an opportunity for the candidate to ask questions. The questions that are bothering me, that will give me insight on what you're just asking here, I'm asking them, even though I know that they will, for the most part, most of them will tell you only what you want to hear. Really, they'll tell you only what you want to hear, but you always have some few honest people that will be honest. Yes, but that's another resource that I use. And then if you know people personally that work there, I ask them. Like me, I'm fortunate that I have a huge community of agile practitioners that work in almost all of the organizations globally. I have people like in almost every organization. I have people working in US Bank. I have people work like almost every industry. So if I am interested in working for a particular organization, or I know someone or someone through my program, through being Agile Level 2, for example, is looking to work for this organization, or through our coaches program, I just go to the community where people, the professional community space, I just go ask, is there anyone here working for this company? Most time people will say, yeah, I do. And then I'll just go have a conversation with them to learn more about the insights of that company. And then I bring that information to the person. Yeah, so that's it. All right. Regarding the metrics question, I was asked, aside from the list resources, what else can I do to show metrics? Oh, okay. That's an interview question. Okay. Yeah, that's an interview question. But look, you see what I just said, Miss, regarding that question? That's the same thing I tell my interviewers, again, from a humble place. I tell my interviewers this to understand that there is really no point reinventing the wheel. But aside from the things that you've listed there, you can add like one or two. Like, let's say a typical other one would be the agile maturity model. That's something I've used. The agile team self-assessment. That's another one I've used. So if it's an interview question, I totally understand. Yes, but that's some of the other ones I've used. Regarding the metrics, okay, I think I answered your question. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Again, you can still go ahead and share so that those who are not connected here can join. Please, just as a reminder, if you're looking to learn more about any of our programs, the message is pinned there. Visit beingagileconsulting.com and learn about our programs there. If you have questions, send us an email. Our email is info@beingagileconsulting.com, and we'll be happy to answer all of your questions. You can also give us a call. You can also reach us on WhatsApp. To give us a call, our phone number is +1, and this +1 is just in case you're not in the USA, 612-441-9214. You can reach us on WhatsApp with this same number. You can give us a call through this same number. Again, +1 612 441 9214. That's our direct contact number. You can reach us on WhatsApp, especially those that are not in the USA, to save you some money trying to give us a direct call. Most people reach us on WhatsApp, people that are out of the USA, and we'll be more than happy to respond to you. On Instagram, beingagileconsulting.com. On my personal Instagram, I can't remember my Instagram name. I'm sorry. I can't remember my Instagram name, so I cannot direct you to that. Yeah, and then on Facebook, beingagileconsulting.com. Please follow us on these different platforms. Please, please, please. It's very important. Follow us on these different platforms. On TikTok, beingagileconsulting.com. And how you know that, you see our logo, right? My background is the logo you would see on all our platforms. So yeah, that's it. And thank you all so much. I appreciate you all, and I'm happy that you got some value from this, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.